Welcome to Retro Sports Gamer Channel. I'm Tim Kittredge from NBA Jam and Mutant Football League, NFL Blitz, and a few other games. Boom shakalaka! Kaboom! Let's go!
Welcome, Tecmo Super Bowl fans. It's Trojan 1979. It's time to go Balls Osteen. Playoffs round one. Darth Rockman and Pastor Uper in an elimination game. Single elimination in the first two rounds of the playoffs. Fighting for their playoff life in Tecmo Super Bowl. Bringing in competitor and one of our fan favorites, the Riddler, in the color booth. And you sounds like you have a party in the back.
My wife's having a Zoom drinking party with her friends, so she might get wild and crazy back there.
Who needs Zoom when you got Tecmo? Let's go. Darth Rockman and Pastor Uper, we've got Dolphins-Bengals. Break down this kind of matchup for us and what you know about the players.
It used to be a really common matchup when I first got into competitive Tecmo about 2.5 years ago. I don't see it too much anymore. I feel like with Miami, you got enough guys with hip power that you can run at Fulcher. It makes it a little difficult for Fulcher to man the whole field. We'll see what happens here. Darth Rockman should have a major tap advantage on Uper. So Uper's kind of new to the scene. Been less than a year that he's been around from Upper Michigan. So good luck here, Uper. Knock out Rockman, who's the favorite for us.
He's so new, I don't even have a profile picture for him, so he gets the nameless Tecmo face, I guess. So anyway, back to the matchup here. Top hash mark, Marino under center, call play. Mark Logan really know where to go.
And notice he's got double hit power running backs back here. Because he won't be able to blow up a play to the middle with Fulcher.
So Fulcher gets in behind
nice one.
And breaks a tackle. Darth Rockman getting a break there, not taken down by the drone. Zigging, zagging, 30, 35, 40. And he's now past the 50, 45, and finally taken down. First down, Darth Rockman. And that's the one thing about Miami is they don't have a lot of speed at that position. So breakaway, if that was a fast running back, that would have been a touchdown. Here comes Duper, has the zoomer, 10, 5, touchdown, zoomer to Super Duper. Darth Rockman takes the lead.
Uper made a good play with that Fulcher run to put himself in position, but knowing the taps there, if he would have known that, there's no way that he should have done that because he was in an isolation situation there and set up a big play, and then the burn route with Duper on that DB1 is going to be a problem. Like I said, this is just one that I feel like a good player can really take advantage of Miami's advantages on the Cincinnati's defensive weaknesses.
Ickey Woods with a meager return back to normal right tackles, the standard TPC tap meter ROM. Here's pass forward. Boomer Esiason scrambling. And gets near the markers. 9 yards, second down and 1.
That's a good play. Take what he gives you. Now you have 3 downs to do whatever you want.
Pass forward, back to it. Dropping back instead of going underneath, he tries to squeeze it in. Oh. Good defense by Darth Rockman. I didn't like him moving away from the line of scrimmage there.
I didn't either. I think he still could have picked it up with Boomer running as well. But no damage done. Lived to fight another day.
QB sneak with Esiason. Good to get the first down. Not something I'm a huge fan of against a tapper. That's kind of the one difference. If you can out-tap and you have a mobile QB, maybe you can turn a 3-yard gain into a 13-yard gain.
It's also tough on the top hash mark because you know you're not going to get out of bounds. Good dive.
Second down and 6. Pass to Uper is moving the ball. And here's Brooks. Great weapon for the Bengals.
That's the downside to Miami. Miami does not have an elite defender. They tend to give up chunks of yards and just but they can stop the big plays. and then you just kind of hope that the other player shoots themselves in the foot, or there's a fumble or something like that. So this is kind of going the way that I expected so far.
Past Uper with a nice run three. I was a little concerned about him taking it to the hashes there instead of getting out of bounds, and we had a call play. And I think this would be the test here. When past Uper starts getting under pressure and called plays, how does he handle it? Where does he go with the hot routes? Where does he take his chances?
Yeah, and I've actually played this guy a lot in the last 3 months, and that would be his one weakness that I think he's got to work on, that Kevin would probably admit to, is some of the plays under pressure.
Oh, nice sack from Darth Rockman there, taking advantage, forcing the issue. 7-0 as we enter the second.
Knowing some of the hot routes and stuff like that to limit turnovers. But, I'll tell you, from the 3 months they started to now, he's getting a heck of a lot better.
And that's the idea behind these tournaments is to get people of all skill levels involved. And you see just people improve. The better they get towards the top, it forces the guys at the top to get better. So everyone tends to elevate their game throughout these things. Unless you're K. Molnar, he sucks. Pitch to Brooks.
This is a good methodical drive here.
Nice dive by Darth Rockman, forcing a fourth down and a decision time for pass to Uper.
All right, got to go into your thinking. Okay, what would he be calling here?
He had been calling pass 4 a few times to start the game, and it's not called, so he's got a chance here.
There you go, run with the quarterback.
Well, forcing the issue, he's got the. Oh, you know what? He's got the JT Smith in good condition. That was a risk thing. Normally, you just take your first down and move on, but he gets the touchdown. Calculated risk. And a lot of times, you see really one of 3 things: you get that quick conversion, or you get a turnover on downs, or you get a huge explosive play. That's the last thing that we saw there. 7-7 as the game's now tied up, and Darth Rockman has to be frustrated because he played that very well defensively.
Yeah, you can never complain if you're Uper putting points on the board. The only thing I can say is that even that quick score gives plenty of time for Rockman to still have a 1-score lead versus if he just picks up that first down and keeps moving it, he's only going to get the ball with about 2.5 minutes instead of 4. But maybe you don't get in the end zone. So, like I said, you can never be upset about losing points on the board.
Run 4 right up the middle. Here comes Sammy Smith. He's got a blocker, and the drones get him from behind, but not before first down. Oh, they're having fun back there. So, first down in 10. How's family life adjusting to the Tecmo and chat? Let us know what your world's like. What's new? Is more Tecmo, less Tecmo in your world because of all this nonsense? Here's Sammy Smith up right at the middle.
Oh, no.
Here he goes.
Yep.
Chris Shavenbush is having himself a smile after that run. First down and 10. Darth Rockman.
I'd still like to see him if he's taking Fulcher to attack the hole, and maybe you can get him caught inside there, or if he bounces outside, Miami doesn't have a lot of speed to bounce outside. He's just putting himself in too many ISO tap situations.
Not sure what happened there. Sorry for the delay there. Second down and 1.
Communist regime probably doesn't have a high-quality internet provider.
Well, another run right up the middle. The one thing with I know he's taking time off the clock, and you can be methodical moving the ball down the field with these running backs if you're patient. But you don't want to get tackled in bounds. That's the one thing. The more plays that happen, the more likely you are to put it on the ground. And now taken down or taken out of bounds about the 28-yard line, 2nd and 1.
With that play there, you have a 69 hit power guy, come down, open up one of your drones, the guy that's down at the bottom, so you can get some help against. If not, ISO Tapper's going to kill you on that play. Oh gosh.
I'm guessing that was a missed
That was
tap.
a risky one.
I think he had the tight end open up top.
Man, that could have been big for Uper right there. Lots of option on this one.
Marino just getting out of bounds. And a first down.
Best he could have got out of that. First down, but there was touchdowns all over the place there. Keep forcing him to call plays. Maybe you can get a turnover yet.
Run 3.
There you go.
Taken down
that was
in
good.
bounds.
That
More
was well
time
done.
ticking away. So if you're Pasker, don't you think you start calling some timeouts?
You can to try to get the ball back.
Give it a chance to heave one or two. Right up the middle, so time's ticking away. No use of timeout. So this is something that you'll start to learn as a Tecmo veteran. Is you got to, but you play the game in possessions.
It's also forcing Marino not to get 3 yards every time though either. So.
It doesn't matter. Oh my goodness! So he's actually thinking this. Now Darth Rockman thinks, all right, in 3 plays I can get 1 yard.
Yep. Come on, Tecmo.
It is a risk.
Tecmo frowns upon those things. That's a smart play, though. Don't blitz. Oh, he's making him take a deep drop.
He's got a cover catch against that top DB, and it's a touchdown for Darth Rockman. Who's the guy up there again? He's trash.
Yeah. I think it's like Walker or something like that. Now, Walker's a linebacker. Bussey's the DB3.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Billups? Is it Lewis Billups?
Seems about right. Let us know in chat. We're not as cool as everyone has it memorized, but welcome to halftime. 14-7, Darth Rockman over past to Uper. What did you see in that first half?
Saw exactly what I expected. Rockman, very talented player, just took what he could get from him and worked his way down the field with a 1-score lead. Uper did good and scored on his side, but right now he's not really showing much of an ability to stop Rockman. But right now, if he can make this a possession game, you can always get it to overtime and get lucky that way too.
Woods with a broken tackle, taken down to the 16. Pask with an opportunity here to get the game tied on this possession, trailing by 7.
Pressure is on Uper to keep scoring.
Yeah, Darth showed little reason that he could be stopped. He seemed to move the ball at will. And Esiason get taken down in bounds. At that spot, I think a good veteran move, just get out of bounds, get your 5 yards, and don't get tackled. Even near the sideline, it's just not worth it on first down.
Yeah.
Tim McGee is in good. Kendall Smith in good. He has that touchdown. Here we go. 2nd down and 4. Not sure why Woods was taken out of the return game.
He was in bad condition. I mean, I got scared of BC ball control.
Yeah, the punt certainly would be not an issue. And here comes Brooks right up the middle, broken tackle, another one.
Oh, wow. He out-tapped him.
I don't think he was expecting that.
Yeah. Go, baby.
I wonder if he was going for a dive. Brooks is breaking away to the 22-yard line. First down, pass to Uper, and that'll ignite your offense.
Yeah, maybe he was doing that because that was the draw play there on run 2.
Here's the pitch, run 3 to Brooks. Yeah, nice manual dive there, Darth Rockman. Holding him to 3 yards, 2nd and 7. And now that kind of thing is going to be in past Uper's head. It's going to stall give him a little hesitation as he makes those runs. Cold pass 4. Wants Harold Green diving, but does not get it. 3rd down and 7.
That's where we were talking about again that Uper's got to work on throwing to his hot routes. That play alone, if the guy covers the hot route, you can just throw it out of bounds with wide receiver 1. Not throw it into traffic like that.
Big 3rd down, single back. Here's run 3. And tackle's missed. Here comes James Brooks, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown pass to Uper. 3rd and long, run 3. It seems to be a common thing in Tecmo.
I was surprised that Rockman dove there. I mean, I guess he was trying to stop the first down, but that reeked of desperation for a veteran player.
Well, 14-14, Darth Rockman, pressure's back on him, and as the veteran, Darth Rockman's fairly accomplished recently with his win at TPC. He's been an online guy. Really, like, if there was a single, speaking of going Balls Osteen, Darth Rockman has gone Balls Osteen and getting people into online Tecmo. That's all he's was the Tecmo evangelist for years. We see more and more people starting to recruit others into the community, but he was the guy that would bring the spreadsheets and such and the instructions to local Tecmo tournaments.
Oh, wow.
He's going to Clayton, and outside of his reach, Just, I thought we might see a JJ there, but no go, 2nd and 10.
He's also the commissioner of the TTL. It's a very popular online league.
And if you're a Tecmo player that wants to get local tournament experience in between tournaments, there's no better league to be in because you're playing with, you don't even have the tap meter. You just have the base Tecmo ROM, even with its imperfections. And you're going to play just like you'd be in a local setting, with the exception, of course, being is that your person you're playing is not in the room with you. JJ to Jim Jensen, tap off.
Don't tap him. Oh, man.
Darth Rockman's got it, 15. I don't think he's going to make it to the house here. Gets taken down to the 15, time taken away in the 3rd.
Yeah, Uper could tap 11, but usually I can see Rockman get higher than 11, too.
He's like 15 to 18. Like, that's pretty common. And Duper cross-field touchdown, and the top DB is just getting beat like a Redded mule. Mark Duper with another touchdown. It's 20 to 14.
And that's, again, comes with experience. He's using the offset playbook, forcing Uper to use Francis if he wants to stop it, who only has a 19 interception. Personally, for me, that's one where I use Bussy, who's a little slower, but has 50 interception and stops that quick hot route.
Interesting decision to go with the onside.
He's playing possessions. He wants to give up a quick. If he gives up, he figures if he gets a stop, he gets a stop. If he gives up a score, he's got enough time for himself to score.
Tap off time, Darth Rockman. You know, I don't know why he's maybe just not going hard tonight for some reason. On the taps, I mean, I've seen the guy basically put smoke on the controller. I mean, it's that crazy. JT Smith wants the good tight end there, 3rd down and 9.
Maybe he wore his buttons out. I don't know.
Or JT Smith, the wide receiver. I can't remember.
Yes, JT Smith's Arizona. It's Kendall Smith.
Or my bad.
That's all right.
To the 33, 1st down and 10. Bottom hash mark. Pass one's the call. Esiason scrambling.
He's checked down. Oh, he had both short guys could have picked up another 6-7 yards.
And maybe he's thinking the same thing. He's got to score with not a lot of time left, but
yeah.
It's like Odell on first down would have gone back to like his own 10-yard line.
Yeah, maybe I should do that more, but I always feel like I can get stops.
Well, here comes James Brooks to the end zone, and I almost felt like Darth Rockman just kind of let that happen.
I think so, too. I think he was not letting him run out of bounds. As long as he forced it back up inside, he was going to let him score.
Not taking anything away from pass. That was a good run. 21-21 here in the 4th quarter. This is an elimination game. First round, second round. It was one and done.
Yeah.
After that, we enter a double elimination.
Definitely. Uper's held with him, so that's been nice for him regardless, as far as just for confidence, whether he gets a stop here or not.
Page isn't good. We'll
This
see
takes one.
how that'll affect the blocking here. I don't know if he has him in the lineup there.
Let's go, Fulcher. See what you got, buddy. He's going deep.
Wants Logan. Oh, he's got him underneath. Tap, tap. Fumble.
Oh, boy. Keep it in bounds. Hit it from the top.
Oh, it is out of bounds at the 29-yard line. First down for Darth Rockman. Getting a little greedy with the taps instead of just taking it out of bounds. Luckily, he dodges a bullet. Lucky if your name's Darth Rockman. Pass to Smith. And out of bounds for a first. Moving the ball. 1:41 Tecmo time here.
Yeah, it's hard. You can't pick up the ball, so you want to hit all the drones around it, especially the ones on the sideline, so the ball would not get bounced out of bounds is what I was yelling about.
Pass one is the call. Here comes Marino. Buying time. Underneath to Jensen. In field goal range. Out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
With Stojanovic, he's a 69 kicker. So, and Fulcher's can get in there, but it's not a big threat.
You'd expect Francis to be on top of it pretty quickly.
I'm sorry, Francis. I said Fulcher. I meant Francis.
So we're making all sorts of mistakes. This is the first broadcast of the playoff week here, so taking down in bounds, past Uper, playing risk management there. Did a good job, but the ball's not put on the ground, and Darth Rockman has another chance here on second down of 4. Pass 4 is the call. Marino with some options. Keeping it on the ground, taking time off the clock, and the time is ticking away. Get out of bounds, oh my goodness.
All right, this is a big down here. To at least make him kick a long one that could actually be missed. He's got to stop him here. Oh, baby. Legs, and Marino.
So, field goal time.
Oh, wow.
I think he would have liked to take a little more time off the clock.
Bottom hash, too, so you can miss it high.
Okay, it's going. This looks good.
Nailed it. Perfect.
1 second. And the kick is away, and it is good. Excuse me, I must have misread it. Was that 11 seconds before? My apologies. So
yeah. That doesn't matter. He doesn't have the speed to return this.
Nor does he have the popcorn ability. And that's your ball game. Darth Rockman closing out a close one, 24-21. And he'll take this momentum into the second round. Past Uper's season is done. We thank him for being part of this tournament. Just really a possession game. Who had it last?
Yeah. Well played on both sides. Offensively, defensively, both sides were bending and trying not to break, but they broke every time. But that's a game within the game there with the time. And Rockman used the time better.
Agreed. Great job, guys. Thanks for the game. Stay tuned. We have another game for you. And we are back. It's Trojan 1979 here on the Retro Sports Gamer channel. We're in the first round of the playoffs. We're going Balls Osteen, the Riddler, Retro Sports Gamer, elimination game 1 and done. And I'm really excited to bring into the booth for the first time this season in the playoffs. Playoffs? Odell, Bob Sacamano, whatever you want to call him, from the greater Detroit area, has been on staff with the Kumite and has a jersey for me that I can't wait to reunite for. But Odell, how you doing?
Good, Troy. How are you? Thank you for having me. What a warm introduction that was.
I am fantastic. I am warm. Like literally, these headphones keep me warm. My wife refuses to turn the AC on. If any of you all have that same problem, let us know in chat. Usually, I've always said that if the thermostat does not exist, that no one would ever get divorced or break up. That's like the number one thing. You know, I like it between 65 and 72, and she likes it between 75 and 300. I mean,
oh my God.
So
yeah, it's the dad now, like 68. It's got to be 68, right?
Absolutely, we run hotter.
I don't know if you like Curb Your Enthusiasm. One of the episodes, the family that lives with him, they like it at 80 degrees, and he's just like, "Are you out of your mind?"
I haven't seen that, but that speaks to me.
You'll have to
see it. I'll have to get back with you on that.
It speaks to many of us. It's the greatness of the show.
And to many of you watching, this matchup will speak to you. We have 2 additional contributors to the channel. Of course, the founder of the channel, Retro Sports Gamer Tom, manning the Bears, and the Riddler, who has been a great commentator for us as well, running with the Miami Dolphins. Why don't you break down these 2 teams, this matchup, and anything you might know about the players?
Well, Tom, fantastic player from Chicagoland, gets his hometown Bears.
Stop Bears.
And he can run the rock, but the Riddler's a technician. He can work some wonders with Marino. So this will be an exciting ball game.
I hear your smoke alarm.
No, you do not hear that.
It's a famous imagination.
I tried to drown that out as well as I could. Hopefully it doesn't.
You're going to hear it now when you try to go to sleep.
Broadcast.
Here's the kickoff.
I've had it for 2 nights now, and I thought it would keep me up, but it hasn't yet. So.
Muster out of the end zone, by the way. When you move on, lose, you are done here. We are in round 1. So first down and 10. Looking at Tom's playbook, some pro sets, some offset I. Oliver on defense, run up the middle. Anderson is running out of room, only 1 yard. Normally that's a play that's good for 5, second down or 9. From the bottom hash mark, Jarvis Williams on defense. Right up the middle, Johnny Bailey. Really nowhere to go. And 3rd down and 6. Really doing a good job bottling him up there.
He definitely is. This is a good, diverse playbook for Tom. It really keeps it open rather than locking to yourself into 3 runs for RB2. It can kind of cause you to be a little conservative, as he perhaps was there. Tough call here, 4th down.
Very good job by DeRidler to minimize that damage. And now here's run 1. Can Tom get to the marker? He does. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another one. Here he goes. 45, across the 50, 45 to 40. All the way across the field to the 30. Out of bounds at the 29-yard line. 1st down, RSG Tom.
I've noticed the Riddler's mixing it up with the defender on the offset plays.
Jarvis on defense, bounced around by, looks like Bailey here, and taken down at the 11-yard line. 1st down, RSG Tom. Again from the bottom hash mark, and a called run 4 this time, taken down at the 10, no gain. First call play of the game.
Defense pounding that play.
Offered all on defense. This is pass 1. Rushes that throw in there. And we see Rico use that play a lot, but normally you want to put the pressure by bringing your quarterback to the bottom and then make the defender go 50-50, and he ran right towards him.
Yeah, the more room that you can separate from the receiver, the better.
Bailey all the way to the end zone. It looked like DeRidler had the angle on him, and Tom took it right to the house. Johnny Bailey rest his soul for 6.
Squeaked it in inside that pylon. Big drive for Tom. Nice, good run on the rock.
And it's 7-0, so extra point goes in. And we'll see what DeRidler can do on his first position. So hitting the moonshine early, I see.
Oh, yeah. High quality H2O there.
It's high quality H2O. So shotgun formation, bottom hash mark. DeRidler with an arrow trick to Mark Logan.
Excellent trickeration. The thing with the Bears in this matchup, they're not quite as fast as you'd like them to be. And Marina can be still stealthily.
Oh, here comes Logan right up the middle. Good blocking, using that same run 4. Sammy Smith for the 1st down. This time for the pro set formation, top hash mark. Go to the Mule Stimson. And Logan gets caught up on the blocker.
Blocking.
And that could have been a little bit more, the one thing is even when you get knocked on your backside, these backs aren't that fast in average condition.
Right. Tough to get away with, even with the room that offensive line made on that play.
7-0 goes to the end of the second quarter there. He needed to be more patient and wait for Jensen to land in his spot before letting that ball go.
Yeah, easier said than done sometimes. It can be a tough play to hit it right when that receiver stops on the spot.
Clayton is in bad. Miami has a lot of different configurations and strategies you can go with all the hitting power at the running back position. You can go for beef, you can go for speed, or some combination of the two.
No doubt about it. You want to run the rock with Page and play some popcorn there, or put him at tight end, or put him at RB2. If you want to put Sammy Smith at tight end, put him at RB. Wide receiver 2, some people might like to do. It's a very versatile team.
And the thing with Page is he's not going to knock too many people over on the Bears defense. So keeping him on the bench makes sense.
Right. It's good philosophy. But you don't want to get knocked over by the Bears either, though.
Well, when you got 2 tight ends on the field, you might be able to do all right there. Farrell Edmonds.
Sure.
Oh, Stratford, breaking tackle straight to here. This should be a house call.
Housed.
Oh, my goodness. Could not get away. Troy Stratford's in good condition at 44 maximum speed. Could not get away. But it's 1st and goal from the 6. Pass to's the call. Reno.
The receiver up top.
Back of the end zone's got Duper for the touchdown.
Through the jazz hands of DB1.
It's Spirit Fingers.
Knots him up. Spirit fingers.
Sparky Pulaski. Kick is away, Stjanovic. Extra point is good. 7-7, all tied up here in the second.
Just about I think the chalk so far, we've seen just about what you expected to see. Both teams are going to be pretty tough to stop.
It'd be interesting to see if Tom tries to leverage the passing attack and do this QB scramble game,
sure.
Or is he going to just keep pounding the rock with his tap advantage?
Sometimes this is when the game really starts.
Offered all on defense, gets the drone bump. Really nice job. The one thing Driller does a nice job is keeping him funneled to the middle, so always increases the risk of a fumble. This is a pass 4 incoming here. And the dive tackle is God, and the sack is there. Sean Lee in the end zone, touchdown to Riddler. It's a scoop and score.
I think he was trying to wait it out to hit the running back long, and just a split second too long.
There's a good chance he may not have even noticed the rush. Sometimes you get caught off guard in a situation. Most veteran Tecmo players do not rush in. And Riddler takes the lead.
Did the Riddler rush his linebacker that play?
Yes. He made the manual dive. So here comes Mustard to the 15, dancing around. Out of bounds at the 26. Nice return for Tom with 2:38 Tecmo time in the second remaining. And here's the pitch. Run 3 to the 25 to the 30. And looked like he may have had an ISO opportunity, and all of a sudden he was taken down, second down and 2. This time for the bottom hash mark. Oliver. And here's run 1. Might have an ISO grapple here. And there it is. Here comes Anderson, zigging, zagging. This might be a score.
That looks like a house call. But Miami's quick, too.
And it is. He's going to burn some time. And in the end zone, touchdown, Tom. And I think DeRuler is going to have to find a different way to deal with run 1. If you can't get that ISO grapple, you're in trouble.
Riddler he's a good gang tackler as well, and he's got to maximize those opportunities to make the play if you're not going to win those taps.
The thing I'll say is if you dive and you miss, you can still get up and get behind.
You get up quicker. You definitely get up quicker when you dive rather than getting bumped off.
All right, first down and 10. Tie ball game. And here's run 3 from DeRuller. Carry across the formation. And there's the gang tackle, only 4 yards. And if you're Tom, you'll give up 4 yards every single play. Called pass 1, and Marino takes the sack. Ron Rivera with the sack, third down and 14. So 24
Marino
seconds.
Still?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see here.
I mean, there's not a lot of room, so I could see him still trying to get some yardage for one more call, but
that's what he goes to Jensen here.
He's got a bit. Midfield. There it is.
And you would think you'd maybe put at least value where the speed on the field is right now. You want to get all the receivers in,
especially if it's Duper. Know where Duper is.
Yeah,
I mean, Duper's 50 MS and he's in good.
And to clarify, you are permitted per the rules. You can put the receivers in the running back spots as long as you don't call a running play. So if you want to load them up with the skill position, catching people on the outside, and in the running back position, you can do that. So, all right, back to the game. Probably the last play of the quarter, unless it's called. And here's pass 1. So he'll take a shot either to the wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2. He's going to go to Mark Clayton.
Looks about the right time.
And looks good. Oh, my goodness. An overthrow pick. I thought we might have seen a JJ there. Welcome to halftime, 14-14. What did you see in that first half, Odell?
Evenly played game. 2 powerful players, and it was a great first half. Looking more of the second half.
And a panty shot for good luck and a kiss from the cheerleaders.
Gotta love it.
Thanks for not skipping halftime, guys. I have a thing about that.
I think more people did this week.
I think more people.
I'm a skipper.
Oh.
Just as what it is. You're playing so many leagues online. You're just playing these games. You're just pounding them out. You know, it's a way to save 17 seconds of your life. You know.
Yeah, it's
But
also
hey,
we
I
need the
get
breed.
argument
Oh,
that
someone's
it's
an
a good
excellent.
break too. Somebody's an excellent.
Jensen's in good, and I didn't see who.
Jensen and good. Might have been Duper because Duper was in good in the second quarter.
Logan's in bad. I don't think he'll stay on the field. Troy Stratford and Sammy Smith.
Guessing Duper, and then we got Jensen too, looking fly.
Might help with a covered catch, although the secondary is elite from the INT standpoint.
Sure.
All right, so short of, I think, the 35 first down and 10 for DeRidler. And here's pass 2 again. Taps, breaks the tackle. Nice job by DeRidler. Gets it underneath the Troy Stratford. Made
Beautiful
something
play.
out of nothing.
Can be so tough with Marino with that 6 MS, and he works some magic in that pocket.
Tom doing a good job containing that, getting the ISO grapple 3rd and 3. This time from the pro set formation. Dive play up the middle. Mule Stinson unable to get there. Riddler gets the marker and more, and has the first down. So, 2:56 Tecmo time, getting the plays in chunks. When will he take a shot? He's stuck in possible run call here to multiple guys open. Jim Jensen gets the auto dive. Here he goes, 40. Oh, brings it back and takes it out of bounds. So, cross the 50 is DeRidler now in Bears territory.
He's driving with a lot of confidence. I think he's saying, I could do this all night.
Pass one's the call. Two guys open. Marino could have hit his RB underneath, decided to try to run, and only got 2 yards for his efforts there. Okay, gets the auto dive here. Sammy Smith, could be a huge play. Can he get to the house? Oh, my goodness. Well, he gave up on it just short of the 10. I understand not wanting to put it on the ground.
A lot of times a slow pass speed guy will get that ball knocked down. Marino can thread right in there.
4 yards on that run 1. Really well contained by Tom. And back to the run 1. Can he get behind the blockers? Oh, he completely whiffs on him.
Ghosted.
3rd down and 2. Pass 4 is the call. You're going to see that run to the top and potentially thread it to the wide receiver 1 based on coverage. Jensen's open. And he's going to have the touchdown there. No chance. Just not enough speed. I think in that situation, you basically have to go with Singletary and try to knock it down. That's your only chance, or rush it. But Dan Marino gets the touchdown.
For the most part, you're taking advantage of his lack of speed in the pocket, and he's going to complete a lot of those passes. So if you're just hoping to knock it down, if one of those two things happens, you're good.
Yeah, Carey just not fast enough to play that high-low game there.
Yeah.
So
big drive from the Riddler.
Yeah, very smart Tecmo. Takes the lead. Muster out of the end zone. Breaks the tackle. Here he goes. Riddler's on his back. Muster to the 30.
Ooh.
And to the 31. Remember, it's not Stan Brock week, so.
Clearly.
that
would have been housed.
That was a fun broadcast if anyone actually watched it when we put it on a Saturday. Lots of house calls that week. Jarvis Williams on defense. Tom Zach, pass 1. I don't know. I don't think he's leveraging that play properly.
I don't use that one a lot myself because I too don't leverage it as properly as I should. And I think he had kind of room to hit 3 receivers, but it just kind of got knocked down there.
That play actually plays very similar to the pass 3 in the pro set.
Sure.
The difference is instead of having the guy trailing out the bottom, you've got the one to the top. And the other routes are essentially the same. You get the curl and the go route. So second down and 2.
Like just slightly quicker on the pass 1, it seems like, compared to the longer variety of it on the pass 3.
So if you like the whole Justin Peters burn to the bottom before he hits his curl, that's a good play for that. So First down for Tom. Here's the run 1. Anderson bouncing around. I think he thought he had another defender to deal with, and he circled back and ended up getting nothing out of his efforts there.
Yeah, It seems like Jarvis Williams.
Overthrow. Nice rush by DeRidler. We've seen that play called twice, and both times Riddler rushed in and caused havoc. All right, third down and 10. Jarvis Williams on defense. Oh, he's got a plethora of receivers open, going over the top. He's got Wendell Davis in the end zone. That's a touchdown, RSG Tom.
Can't stop Tomcat threading it right in to big Wendell Davis.
Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. And the kick is away. Butler's extra point is good. It's 21-21. Good back and forth game here. Really the big difference is that fumble scoop score early on. Other than that, it's been a good offensive battle. Smart Tecmo being played on both sides of the ball.
Not about just what I think we both thought we'd see.
They are who we thought they were.
Right.
I mean, we put them on the stream. First down and 10 for the Riddler, Troy Stratford, Jim Jensen. And good, and you're right, Duper is an excellent.
That's a lot to deal with.
So 2:48 Tecmo time. It was obviously an onside kick, really not an option, but a very short kick. Would there be any validity in having done that just to shorten up the amount of time? Assume you're going to give up 3 at least and go the other way, or you just play defense and hope for the best?
I think definitely with the Bears D, I think it might have been the right call. And if there were more time, I think my time is like maybe 4 minutes is where I say, let's just kick it short and try to gamble a little more defensively and see if I can get the ball back. But with 2.5 or 2:45, I just don't think that'd be enough time.
That was the play
let's get a stop.
That was the play that Tom needed to stop. On a crossfield to Duper. He's got him in stride. 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15-10. Out of bounds at the 7-yard line. First and goal for DeRuler. That escalated quickly.
Looks like Sean Gale down there couldn't do nothing with Duper's speed and excellent.
That was stupid silly. You almost got to let him in here.
Just puts it right on a dime. Yeah, a little Mike Holmgren a la Super Bowl, whatever that was.
Oh, don't remind me.
1998, letting them score. They had to, This time
oh, my goodness. Well, Jensen with another.
He's got about a minute. He's got about 40 seconds.
Jensen with I think it's his second touchdown of the game. In the same play, in the same spot of the field. And it's 28-21, so DeRiddler giving it back to Tom with not much time left. Basically, you're going to put Muster, Bailey, and Anderson in the deep routes and pray that something gets there.
Yeah, you'd hope to be sure that Tom will put his speed at receiver to try to capitalize here.
Well, he's got Anderson and Bailey in the running spots here. We'll see.
Might want to give himself room. Plus, he still gives himself a pretty deadly option at the pass to the running back.
Oh, this is huge. Look at this. Right in the middle with Anderson.
Huge run, which could be a problem for him because I think a lot of times when you have more time to roll back, you have a better shot than maybe a shorter throw. But
yeah,
we'll see how it goes. And maybe this definitely opens up the run back up. If you call a run play.
If you had Muster at RB1 and you could lift Anderson there, I think that would be a tell, which would make that really different or difficult to deal with. You might be able to get there with Bailey, but man, you got to think.
You could play it off as an oversight to some extent if you're leaving Muster in at running back to block.
Yeah, I just don't think he's going to go back to that run 4. I think he's going to go back and be here.
Yeah, he is. He does. That Bailey's still there.
Well, he'll have Bailey running down. Well, no, the thing is, he really should have Bailey in the wide receiver 2, and he's not, or running back 2, so he's not going to go deep on that pass 2, if that's what he called. He's going to have Green instead. Yeah, that's the case. He's got Green going deep.
That's who's down.
You got to let it go already.
No, Green's at RB2.
Yep.
No.
That's picked off. So DeRiddler's going to take this one.
Well played game.
Kicking the host of this channel. Hopefully let us keep putting the broadcasts on it. 28-21 Riddler over RSG. Tom, your closing thoughts on this one?
Very evenly played game. both players were fantastic, and came down to the Riddler getting that fumble, I think, like you had mentioned.
Yeah, that was the difference.
Great game.
The Riddler able to get that huge gain to Duper, great crossfield throw, and capitalizing there at the end, and just not enough time for Tom to respond. Of course, he had to take a shot. So, thanks, Odell. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Hang tight. We got another game for you right after this.
We're back. It's Trojan 1979. It's playoffs round 1. Time to go Balls Osteen with Sammy Smith 33 in Disaster Master. I'm bringing into the booth co-organizer of the Detroit Kumite, Thule. How you doing?
Doing great tonight, Troy. How are you? Hello, Tecmo.
Hello, Tecmo, indeed. It's one and done time in round 1. It'll be the same way in round 2. Matchup between Sammy Smith 33 and Disaster Master. This is an unusual one. Cleveland Browns, Phoenix Cardinals. Sammy Smith called this. Why don't you talk about these matchup, these players, what do you know about them? Let's get into it.
Sammy Smith, had the pleasure of playing him. It seems like I play him every year in your tournament, and he brings a good game, a good tournament veteran, strong player. Surprised about the matchup call a little bit here. Cleveland against Phoenix. You call this on me, I'm taking Phoenix all day. However, some people are assassins with the Browns, and they can really do well playing with the Browns. So their ability to keep up the pace scoring, of course, can't be ignored. But I feel like the Phoenix secondary can do a decent job of reining in Browns to slaughter, and you might get that one sort of a picking coverage that you need to ice the game. So Disaster Master, real strong player from out west. I know he's won some tournaments out there, and he's had a pretty good online presence. And I'm sure he was happy to have this matchup called on him, given that you really have a sort of a sizable team advantage from a numbers standpoint. But anything can happen, and I'm excited to see how these two guys play.
Disaster Master with a nice game with Johnny Johnson. A missed dive there on the pro set tee. And Johnny Johnson with the back-to-back first down runs.
Yeah, usually when you're Cleveland, you're playing against someone like a Seattle or a Green Bay. Nobody with the MS like Johnny Johnson. So you really got trouble keeping up. You don't have a lot of speed on your defense outside of Mike Johnson. And so, just really the world's your oyster if you're calling plays as Phoenix here.
Pass one's a call. Of course, you have the mobility of Rosenbach as well. And down to Prohl. Not too fast, but does get the first down after the completion. First down and 10 for Disaster Master.
Yeah, some people really don't care for Rosenbach's slow passing speed, but that 19 MS can't be ignored, and he's really dangerous if he gets into good.
Wants Ernie Jones, triple covered, incomplete, second down and 10. This time for the bottom hash mark. Go ahead, what you're going to say.
Oh, no, just, the secondary, not too dangerous, but again, with Rosenbach throwing the ball, definitely opportunities for some picks here.
Cabarello, if you're watching, I'm sure he's hoping for a Tupa sighting. Here's the run
that
three
was a
pitch.
That was a nice quick pass there with the arrow trick, getting that first down. Obviously now he's got some work to do after getting a play call on first down.
Johnny Johnson bouncing that play to the outside and going. The secondary is just not fast enough to deal with Johnny Johnson's maximum speed, unless you're using Minifield, and that's a long way to come across the formation.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Crossfield, Roy Green's got the touchdown stationary to our wide receiver 1, and that's a early lead here for Disaster Master on the first possession.
Yeah, nice timing there. Sammy got him to third down and 5, so had a chance there to get a field goal, which would have been a big win. But, as the Browns this matchup, I think you got to accept the fact that you're going to give up some touchdowns, and you just got to be able to go toe-to-toe. As far as time goes, you definitely want to get a second possession in this half if you're Cleveland. So you want to sort of make short work of this drive so that you can be down by no less than 7 going into the half.
Mack on the return to the 12-yard line. 1:02 Tecmo time remaining. Here we got some pro set, and the offset eye, but it's all in the running attack, so you'll know there's a run coming on those 3 plays.
Yeah, and you really have 2 sets of you've got your upper and lower safeties that are both high quality. You got Ken Harvey on defense, so he can sort of mess up from that ILB1 position, some of those runs that go down. So Disaster should be able to do some good work on defense here.
Lonnie Young, takes away the blocker and catches up. Metcalf gets 6, 3rd down and 4.
Interesting to see Mack running the ball. A couple design plays to Mack. So that's another thing about those 2 runs is that they're to Mack. So, there's only one to Mack.
Yep,
That
yep.
one offset is to Mack. So so no disguise what's happening here. We'll see what he's able to do with Mack.
Not too much if he gets stopped in the hole like that. 7-0 here.
And if you're trying to bounce it outside, it takes him forever to get around that corner. So, kind of the normal secondary option on those plays is not as much of an option.
I thought we might have a cover catch there. Nice recovery by Disaster Master, 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, I didn't see where he's got Slaughter lined up.
And he's going to take the sack here. Garth Jacks takes him back 5. It's the 4th and 19. Punt coming.
Yeah, so kind of everything going according to the script here, as Cleveland is on paper outmatched by Phoenix. And quick
fumble. This is a game. This could be 6.
Yeah, there's the equalizer.
Kevin Mack wisely waiting for the blocker. Sammy Smith runs it to the house. Wow, huge break for Sammy Smith, 33.
Absolutely, those punt fumbles are absolute backbreakers, and a lot of times there's not a whole lot you can do about them. So
that's their holy roller offense.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually no, because you got to fumble your own and recover your own fumble. But 7-7.
I heard Joel Osteen guarantees you a fumbled punt if you for a certain donation level. That's like that'll get you certain indulgences.
You have to give 10% of your interceptions to the Tecmo gods. Here comes Visekahema to the 32. It's time for Disaster Master to go Balls Osteen on the second possession. I'm not going to count that last thing as a possession.
Yeah, we're kind of back on serve here, but no time.
Overthrow pick by Gash or underthrow maybe, depending on who was going to. I don't know if there was an arrow trick involved or not. Gash with a pick to the 40-yard line, 1st down and 10 for Sammy Smith. I don't know what going cross field was going to do for him there. I think you just take your QB yards there.
Yeah, it looked like it was an attempted arrow trick, although with the way that pass went, I don't know. I'm not because the arrow trick would have been to the deep man, and that the deep man wasn't there. So I think the actual pass was to the short receiver, but he was nowhere to be found. So now looking really good for the Browns. They can take a lead and get the ball at halftime, and suddenly things look a lot different.
I'm seeing Disaster Master get really, really aggressive coming after the QB. And we'll see. There's the missed dive there. Here comes Metcalf, 30, 25. Not getting out of bounds is Sammy Smith, tempting fate, 1st down and 10.
I like Sammy's philosophy, but you're right. He does tempt fate by doing that, and sometimes we all need to do getting out of bounds a little bit more. It's usually 1 or 2 yards at the most that we're risking for that fumble, and it's just not worth it.
Pass one's the call here on 2nd down. Here comes QB Browns and his 25 maximum speed down to the 9-yard line and a 1st down.
Yeah, 11 seconds to go. Oh, he called a quick play. You got to think this is a quick pass, maybe to wide receiver 2.
Called. He's got the diving grab to Kevin Mack. Are you kidding me? Touchdown, Sammy Smith.
Wow. Gunslinging. Oh, man. I know Sammy called one of my games a few rounds ago where he was enjoying my use of Bubby Brister throwing it around. And here I like to see his faith in QB Browns going to probably one of his worst receivers he's got there in Kevin Mack, but Mack came through with the diver.
Some guys, when they were young, kept a Playboy under their mattress and hid it from their parents. He keeps a quarterback club book, and Bubby Brester's the centerfold.
Yeah, he's big on that quarterback club.
Big Booty Aikman's in there. Here comes Visekahema.
Got a cavalcade of blockers
yes!
there.
Where's Ryan, man? Where's the ultimate weapon? Oh, man. Welcome to halftime.
Scam rock, though. Yeah.
That was a fun ROM week. First, we had to kind of accelerate the broadcast schedule on that. So we didn't get quite the viewers that we wanted on that one, but I think everyone had a lot of fun we had a lot of house calls in that week.
Yeah, you mentioned how it was. That was broadcast Saturday, 2 p.m., and it was a beautiful day in the Midwest. So it was a tough day to.
What do we watch, Tecmo or be a human being? Yes.
Yeah.
It's all right. We had to catch up to the playoffs, which is a much accelerated schedule, and you can always go back and watch that. There's a lot of good games on that one. So, 1st and 10 here for Sammy Smith. He's up 7. What does he have to do here to maintain this lead?
Not that, which is throwing to coverage, but it worked out for him there. Throwing to Langhorn. Again, Browns with a lot of pass control, but not immune from the interceptions against this strong secondary.
Looks like a similar tapping situation here, 9-10.
Yeah, Disaster's got to be wondering what's going on or what happened. He had 7-0 getting the ball back, and he fumbles, and then interception and diver at the half time. He's really facing it. But,
you could argue that he's outplayed Sammy Smith.
Yeah, just from a general feel, you feel like given enough time, he would definitely sort of dominate this matchup. But now he doesn't have all the time in the world, and if he gives up any points here, he's going to have to really work some magic.
So these are the situations where, and tries to go for the bump there, 2nd down and 5. A veteran like Disaster Master, who on paper would probably be a little bit ahead of Sammy Smith, not taking anything away from Sammy Smith, can he come back and find a way to mentally get back in this game and overcome these unfortunate things that have happened to him?
Oh, absolutely. It's he's not that far behind, but like I said, if one more sort of Tecmo act of God happens against him, then he's pretty much cooked.
Like that, 20.
Oh.
10. And that's a house call. Sammy Smith extending his lead, 2-touchdown lead here in the 3rd.
Yeah, nice run there, and just Disaster not able to play it correctly, and he got thrown. He got bounced, and that's that. So again, that's not that for the game, but now he's got to come up with a quick score and then play some defense. As player 2, you don't have the luxury of on-siding with much hope. Now, let me ask you, Troy, in this round here, was the higher seed any kind of advantage, or is it the normal coin toss?
Normal coin toss.
Normal coin toss, gotcha.
Last year, I think we made it automatically, and what we found out was that dudes are running out of matchups to call as the higher seeds, so we went back to it was almost a disadvantage by the end of the tournament.
Sure. Yeah, if you have too many matchups to call, right? If you lose early and have to run through the losers bracket.
Yep. In the past, we had less players, but it was full. Oh, he's got the diving grab to Jones inside the 1 1st and goal. Last year, it was all double him, but less competitors.
Mm-hmm.
And Rosenbach letting it go. And he's got Ricky Prohl in the end zone. I don't know if that's considered a covered catch, but that's a touchdown.
No, I think that was just that was there fast enough. I don't think that was considered a coverage catch. But, Sammy gave up that big gainer that got him down to the 1-yard line, and that was a lot of yards and not a lot of time. So, that's definitely excellent scoring drive there for Disaster in terms of his chances. Got plenty of time. All he needs is some kind of a stop, and, he's not even close to field goal range. Like to see Sammy try to get out of bounds a little bit more, work that into his game, because he's really tempting the fates, tempting the gods, and I know he believes in the gods.
Well, he almost got tackled in the end zone before ever getting out there. That was a rough start to it, but he's out near the 20, 2nd down and 3. Single back formation, top hash mark. Freddie Joe Dunn. Packer fans are not a fan of him.
I like none. It's nice to have a lineman on your team that you can use if you want one more person in coverage. Now, against QB Browns, of course, he can kind of pick on that guy because you don't have the INT. But against lesser quarterbacks, a guy like him, Mike Gann on Atlanta, these guys can be helpful in getting extra coverage.
QB Brown's patient, the blocking holding up, and getting the 1st down with his legs. So 1st down and 10, top hash mark, single back formation, 3:48 Tecmo time up by 1 touchdown call play. Doesn't let it go. And, you think at the very least you go for that hot route and it'll be deflected down if it's or completed. You should be able to get that with him every time.
Yep, and even giving up the interception with this much time left, you figure even if the game does get tied, you'd have some time to go to even get a game-winning field goal. So yeah, I would have thrown the ball there. Maybe he just wasn't able to get it off.
All right, shotgun formation after that back and B attempt. Oh, Lord.
Oh,
Couldn't even take the shot, man. So it seems to be raining shit on Sammy Smith here after some early success. And he's going to have to play some defense.
yeah, that was questionable on that play. I don't quite know what happened. He wasn't going to get what he needed out of a QB scramble.
And I want to be clear about, a lot of times it maybe seem like we're ripping on these players. We're seeing the action play back in a real-time situation, but not necessarily the way they experience it. There could be lag in there. There's a nice time JJ to Roy Green. Here he goes. 50. Huge gain. This is not something you want to give up against the Cardinals, who are not known for their explosiveness. First down and 10. Of course, with this defense, it can make the Colts look amazing.
Yeah, but you got to respect the run in a sense. Maybe he called a run in that play, and Johnny Johnson can bust a big one on him. So normally with Browns, like you're playing against a more grinding rush offensive attack on the ground, but here the Cards can get quick yards running or passing, so you don't have the luxury.
Roy Green to the top. He's got him. Touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, he did not stay home. You got to give up that underneath route and live to fight another down. And TIMM Rosenbach is going to make this a tie game with the extra point from Del Greco. Is that his name?
Del Greco. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
The memories, Al.
Woo,
There
woo.
used to be all sorts of these Sports Center ads or something with Chris Berman where he'd count down his top 5 players of all time or 10. Number 1 was always Al Del Greco. Thanks for the memories, Al. He'd say. I don't really know why, but he loved Al Del Greco. So this is like a dream scenario though for Sammy Smith. He's just gonna he's lean on his quarterback and win the game. I can just kind of see him sitting at his computer, being like, QB Browns, here we go, just talking it up.
Going up top to Newsome, does not get the covered catch, and you're going to see Ken Harvey continue to rush in.
Yeah, I don't know though. I mean, with 30 seconds, you could get a quick one and a field goal attempt. So
the route was cut off here. Oh, it's still covered.
Oh, okay, well, not close enough for a field goal. So one last shot.
All right, so he can throw one up here to either the RB2.
Yeah, Langhorn or Mac. Oh, it's Mac. Oh boy, he's going back to the well, and he threw it too soon.
Yeah. You got to get a little more depth for that JJ potential. Welcome to overtime. Sammy Smith still in the driver's seat here. He's going to get the ball. First score wins.
The gods are shining on him here. Because again, I think if what we saw from Disaster the last couple of drives, it was kind of cut through the Browns defense like a hot knife through butter.
Mac.
Ugh,
oh my! Come on,
Jeez.
Bouncing around.
Come on, Sammy.
The Cardinals beat my team on a similar play, that close to back in 2009, and Disaster Mass had just knocked Sammy Smith out of the playoffs and out of this tournament.
Yeah. He must have said, "We're going to get the ball and we're going to score," because that's about what happened there.
Hasselbeck, we were actually a fan of him. The Packers were not very good in the mid 2000s when we went to the Super Bowl. A lot of people were rooting for Holmgren and the Seahawks back then. But back to this, a good performance. Disaster Master withstanding some stuff, and then he gets a break of his own there at the end. Sammy Smith just one takeaway from this game: get out of bounds. That would be the first thing. Maybe the second thing would be I would pick probably a closer matchup on paper, but he must have known something. He was able to move the ball most of the game, and it kind of stalled for him near the end. So, any closing thoughts on this one?
No, yeah, it's just I think Disaster played real well on offense, and Sammy was definitely the story here. Is his sort of undisciplined use of staying in bounds, and he had a couple of questionable throws or non-throws in his last offensive possession, second to last before the end of regulation. So he's sort of a bit of a non-standard player, and ultimately those things caught up to him a little bit here in this one. And you would have wondered what would have happened if he would have had a shot there to run the offense. No excuse there for not getting out of bounds on that kickoff, because he was at the sidelines and he cut back into the field for a yard or two.
Yeah.
You don't have the speed to bust it with Mac. You got the hitting power, but really not much to gain by making that move. So the lesson for everyone out there, if everyone can learn that, run out of bounds a little bit more, you'll start having more success in Tecmo. And unfortunately for Sammy here, that spells the end of the line.
Look, the good thing is, and both of us are tournament organizers, and so is Sammy Smith, and he contributes on the mic as well. So I'm sure we'll see him before tournaments end in the color commentary booth as well. And he's always a lot of fun with that.
And I want to say he referred to me as Tecmo Moses in the chat a couple of streams ago. Had something to do with my hair, I think. I just want to know that I did not send a plague of fumbles upon him for that comment. I got a good laugh out of that, so it was all in good fun. He and Odell were ripping me a little bit, but it's all in good fun, and these are all great guys. Both these guys, Disaster and Sammy, met them both, and they're both absolutely great guys.
If you're Moses, who's the Pharaoh?
Who did I? I'd have got nothing. I don't know.
Let us know in chat who the Pharaoh is. I don't know. You guys can think about that one. All right, we'll have another game for you real soon. Hang tight. And we're back, and we have a good one. Trojan 1979 here with the channel founder, Tom Stanky, the Retro Sports Gamer. How's it going?
Good, Troy.
We're in elimination mode here in the GBLAN playoffs. It's round one. We're going to go Balls Osteen on this thing. Tadeos and Rico 33. This promises to be a good one. Let's get right to it. New Orleans Saints and New York Jets. Win and you're in. Lose and you're going to be watching the rest of this from the comfort of your chair on your smartphone or a big screen TV on YouTube. So New Orleans Saints, New York Jets, this may be the most evenly matched matchup in Tecmo Super Bowl as far as teams are concerned. It's at least up there for debate. What are your thoughts on the matchup and the players?
Well, the matchup, this is one that haunted me for quite a while, and then I learned how to play with the Jets. But I do agree with you. It is a very even matchup in the mid to lower tier teams, and that's why you see it a lot. As far as the players, Tadeos, he's a top player from the Northeast. He had a good tournament run in 2019, and he's doing some good things. Rico, he's had some success in the past. I have more familiarity with Rico. I've played him live. So this is just going to be an incredible game between these two guys. I can't wait for it, really.
And Tadeos will have the tapping for those that didn't already know that. So Rico taps like a 5. No, it's a little better than that, but it's pretty slow. Here comes Al Toon. Gets it's deflected. So look, he's going for that JJ early. You look at the quarterback situation. The advantage goes to the Jets. They also have that defender that can jump pick in McMillan. But you have a really good set of linebackers, and the secondary isn't awful at this tier for the Saints, and they got a good running attack. So a sprinkle of extra on both sides, but no one is far and away better all the way around.
This matchup comes down to player preference. The Jets are going to have the advantage in the passing game because O'Brien's a better quarterback. And then the Saints have the advantage in the running game because they got at least one guy at 50 MS, but they're very similar in what they can produce. And the conditions will be a huge factor in this one. So you should probably see these guys check conditions often in this one.
And we'll see potentially the Stan Brock factor paired with Ironhead Hayward. Nice run there for first down by Rico.
Well, for the Saints, it doesn't really matter. They don't get an upgrade at all. It's really the Jets that do. But Ironhead Hayward.
Well, we're not doing that in this week here. This is the standard, guys. But what I'm saying is the Saints have the advantage.
Cooking. Right, I forgot. This is the playoffs.
Playoffs. We came right out of work here. We're right into the action here. Rico with a nice steady drive here, taking away a lot of time. Here comes Blair Thomas down to the bottom, taken down inbound, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, he's just steadily moving down the field, get what he wants, doesn't get down fast with the Jets. They don't really have any speedsters. The easy throw there. I mean, he pretty much had to give him that because everyone was open. He called run on that one, Tadeos did.
Here's the pro set dive. Blair Thomas bounces to the outside. Good linebacker pursuit, but he gets to the edge and out of bounds.
Yeah, you got to expect a little bit better from the Saints drones on that to let a Jets running back bounce it all the way to outside. So you got a good gain on that, but don't expect more of that. Wow.
Right up the middle. First down. I'm sorry, touchdown for Johnny Hector. I am getting a little bit of an echo, by the way. I don't know if you've got the speakers going through.
It's probably just the volume's high. Turn it down.
And Rico takes the early lead, 7-0 here. So Pat Lee kicks it off to Hayward. Let's see if Tadeos can make a good return here. The best return team in Tecmo Super Bowl, the Saints, for the kickoffs. And puts the ball on the ground. Luckily picked back up by the Saints. First down and 10.
You don't want to start the game like that, so I'm happy that he recovered that because that can screw you up mentally.
Not an elimination, well, that's for sure. Dalton Hilliard bounces to the outside. Here goes to Tadeos. Oh, just taken down past the marker. First down and 10. Looked like he may have had a little more running room there to take it for another 10 yards or so. And here's a called run 3. McMillan across the formation meets him there. 2nd down and 14.
Yeah, that run 3, second most powerful play in that slot. So you're going to see Rico guessing that often in this game.
3rd down and 10 after the QB scramble. Gets back what he lost on first down. Here's the offset I and the run 4 up the middle. Tap, tap, there's the bump, and here comes Hilliard.
Oof.
He's in the open. 50, lots of room. 40, 30. Zigzagging. Can he get to the house? 10, 5. Just inside the 1 here. 1st and goal. 7-0 as we enter the second quarter.
Huge run. I thought Rico defended it well, but he doesn't have the taps, and that drone came to bounce him off late anyways. So that's a huge gain. He's going to have to look at that as this one progresses. But yeah, so far a lot of running in this one.
Conditions check here. Several people in good for Tadeos.
Good guess.
Fennerty puts it on the ground, picked up by the Jetsons. Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow. What a break for Rico.
Huge break. He stops him at the 1, forces the fumble, and gets a fumble return and the touchback. Just unbelievable.
Sometimes the mental factor can be exhausting after something like that happens. Now he throws it up the tune, does Rico.
That's a good point. I've went through streaks recently where I've played a ton of games, and mentally something like that happens, and I'm just like, oh, screw this game. But when you're focusing in on, a tournament or a block of games or just 1 or 2, you can be strong-minded and come back from that. And I expect that from Tadeos in this one.
Underneath the tune, in the middle of the field, runs away from the defender. Al2 not getting out of bounds, taken down near the 46-yard line. First down, Rico 33.
Rico did a good job moving the ball down the field his first drive. So Tadeos going to be looking to force a turnover. Definitely doesn't want him to score a touchdown, draining that whole clock.
I think that play was called. And now here's the run 3 and gets to 3rd down and 2.
I don't know. That didn't look like it was called.
No, before the run 3 on that pro set.
Oh, okay.
So here comes O'Brien inside the 35, 1st down and 10. Am I getting shorter? I think my seat is going lower. Time for a new chair, folks.
A little bit.
Do you have a donate button? I need a new chair. All this Corona stuff going on. Let's go ahead and forego all the donations to people that need to give me a chair. 2nd down and 11.
Where's your knockoff White Claws today?
Oh, I got the real shit.
Oh, really?
And I got a backup one. Oh, to Tune again. He's been going to this play a lot past 4. Gets that stationary wide receiver 1 and a first down. 2:16 remaining here. Tecmo time in the second. Rico driving, looking for some points to extend his lead. Taken down to the 22, second and 11.
And this is typically what you see from this match out. Grind it out, grind it out, grind it out. There's a lot of precision and skill put into this matchup because you can't just get a runaway guy because there's really no speed on either side besides Hilliard.
O'Brien scrambling. Gets the marker, and more time will tick away here. So the goal for Rico is to give Tadeus no time to respond, regardless of how many points he scores.
Yeah, if he gets a touchdown here, it's going to be hurting a little bit on the Saints side.
Call play. Throws it away. And typically speaking, if you go back to that wide receiver 1 in that situation, it will usually throw it away. So that was wisely done by Rico.
Yeah.
Back to the same play. Not called this time. And Rico taken down by Toy Cook.
Toy Cook comes up from the corner, makes that sack. That's big time. You don't always expect that.
I wonder if we're going to see a run 3 here. Nope, he goes to the pass 2. Stationary, he's got Tune, he's got the auto dive, he's got the touchdown. Rico 33.
Just great execution by Rico there. He gets the break. He does this basically the same thing he did on the last drive, is just drain a bunch of clock and score. So
14-0 here. Rico with the
I didn't
go ahead.
46 seconds, he'll have a chance for a heave at least. Maybe he'll, depending on the conditions of his running backs, he could run as well.
Interesting, he decided to get down there as opposed to, I know that Hayward wasn't bad, but that hitting power could still benefit you on the kickoff. He went away from him, though, once he went in bad condition. So we'll see here. He's going to have to do the back and B game as opposed to the return, but I think he had yards to gain there.
I think you know yourself, too. Like, some guys are just better at kickoff returns than others. I don't know about Tadeus for sure, but some guys are just great at weaving around. So he might be good at that. He might not. I'm not really sure.
Gets Martin on the outside there, just to throw it away, basically. Second down and 9 seconds here. Probably the last play, unless he gets called and he takes a sack and calls another play immediately.
No big deal really there for Tadeus. He still gets another chance of throwing up if he doesn't call the play.
All right, here is pass 3. He's going to go to Gil Fennerty up top.
Rico goes with Clifton, who has that interceptions at the linebacker position.
He's got the JJ in between both defenders. Can he get in the end zone? And he does! My goodness, Rico unable to get the dive there, and that is huge for Tadeus going into half here with a 1-score difference.
You know what? It looked like Rico with Clifton was like actually touching him, which should have engaged some kind of tussle there to get in the end zone, but it didn't happen, and he just kind of angled his way in. That was really something there.
That would have been interesting if Tadeus could have tapped out of that in time before that other drone got there. We'll never know.
We'll never know because, they didn't connect there. That happens sometimes at Tecmo. Rico probably a little bit frustrated because he played an excellent first half, but both guys got their break, and now we'll see if Tadeus can tie this game up.
Turner on the return, gets out of bounds, short of the 20, condition check time. Hilliard and good, that's going to help a lot. Martin's in bad, Mays isn't bad.
Yeah, whenever you get the fastest player in the game in this matchup in good condition or excellent, it's going to be a huge boost for him.
You know, he's going to probably he wants Hilliard getting most of the running plays here, which makes sense.
Definitely. Yeah, you have to. He's got 3 of them going to him.
And here's the play action, pass 1. And tap, 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 gets away. Oh, my goodness, 4K makes something out of that second down and 5.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be line of scrimmage or a gain of 1, and he gets 5 out of it. Not bad.
Pass 4, arrow trick. Martin, tap, 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 and here he breaks away. Martin is in bad condition, however, so he's running at, I think, 31 max speed or 38, I don't remember, and he's out of bounds at the 24.
I really did like what he did with that arrow trick there. I don't see that too often on that play. Usually guys run to the other side and just try to throw to the running back with a bad passing team.
To complete, Brett Pearman with the reception and the touchdown. Tadeos
showing the skill in the passing game, especially with that pass forward. That was pretty good. Just two big plays out of that, and he gets a touchdown.
Joe Kelly, no chance to block this one, and it's a tie ball game here, 14 unanswered by Tadeos. It looked like Rico was rolling early in the game, and now we've got an interesting game for you.
We do. We definitely do. And for those of you that don't know, on the arrow trick, it's just a quick slide of B then A. So whenever you're ready to throw, just B A. Slide across the controller like this.
We need a close-up on your controller. Blair Thomas with the run 3. We've seen a lot of run 3, a lot of pass 4. Rico getting his yards in chunks. Tadeos, small chunks. Tadeos getting him in big chunks. And here comes Altoon. Probably the biggest gain today here for Rico. Now bounds past the 40.
He's been methodical in his first 2 drives. That one, big gain to Toon, just gets him on the burn route.
And here's the run 3. Here comes Thomas. Blocking kind of getting evaporated there. 2nd down and 3. 1:51 Tecmo time remaining here in the tie ball game. And back to pass 4, which we've seen a lot.
That's a go-to play. It's got an easy throwaway. You can also throw to the running back. It's got some options. So Rico's been going back to it, but so far Tadeos really hasn't been able to stop. Here's a guess play.
Going for that
risky.
JJ.
3 guys there.
And the receivers are so slow up top right now. By the time those linebackers get in here, it's harder to get that JJ with the way that O'Brien throws that.
Yeah, because he's got that 56, the 56 passing speed. So yeah, he really doesn't throw that one well.
Pass 2 again. He has a touchdown from calling this before. Not taking the shot to the RB2, just keeps running, keeps it in bounds, and a 1st down, 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, it was well defended, so he went ahead and ran it and got the 1st down. So good play there.
Rico with the run 3 again to Blair Thomas. And reversing field. And it looks like for a second Tadeos may have been bottled up there. But he couldn't run away. And welcome to the 4th quarter, 14-14. 2nd and goal from the 5 for Rico. And he's probably going to check conditions here.
We got a good one on our hands, Troy.
Well, I tell you what, this is going to hurt. He's got to put 2 different running backs in potentially here. Both of his starters, if you will, are in bad condition. Doesn't have a lot of explosive offensive play. And on the other end, at least if Tadeos has any, if those running backs are in good again, that's really going to be hard for Rico to slow them down.
Yeah, I mean, Tadeos, when he's on offense, he's been able to get down the field in a hurry.
Pro set formation, bottom hash mark, Pat Swilling on defense. There's the bump. Freeman McNeil to the end zone, touchdown, Rico 33, and he takes the lead again.
Just taking advantage of those, average running backs, taking what he could get. There he gets another bounce off for a touchdown like he had earlier in the game, and Rico claims the lead back.
21-14 your score, and Tadeos. Plenty of time here with over 4 minutes remaining to respond.
Yep, and too much time on the clock to think about draining it or anything. I think he's just straight up going to try to score a touchdown.
Gil Fennerty, excellent, and Dalton Hilliard, and good. This is, who do you put at that primary runner position with Fennerty in?
Well, it doesn't really matter. They're both at the same max speed, I think.
Well, you're going to have more rushing power, some more directional control coming from Gil Fennerty there because you're going to be able to change direction faster.
Yeah. Okay. Good point.
Floyd Turner also in good. That certainly helps. And Brett Perriman, which I apologize. I called him Brett before. That's what happens when you live in Green Bay. Everything's Brett.
Well, Brett Favre, dominant quarterback there for so long. I'm sure you know a lot of people named Brett. because of that. A lot of
I
kids
know at
and
least
stuff.
one.
That's it?
Yeah, a lot of people with weird names. Check out Trojan's Voice Facebook page if you want to see me make fun of the names that parents pick for their kids and how they spell them. Okay, back to this game. 2nd down and 4. That's like a soapbox pet peeve thing for me. Joe Pasta as well. 2nd down and 4 for Tadeos.
Oh yeah, I've seen him do that. I don't know if I've seen you do that before.
Every once in a while, I find some good prizes. 1st down for Tadeos, 333. Taken down here. It's all kind of in fun. The kids, I'm not mad at the kids. I'm mad at the parents. 1st down and 10. Bottom hash mark. Pass 4 is the call.
Whatever name you get, you just got to own it, you know?
Yeah, it's not like you naming yourself Meta World Peace.
Yeah, and then if you don't like it, you just change your name later in life.
Pass 2 is the call. 4K just runs it out of bounds. Tadeos with plenty of time, still well over 2 minutes here. Now he's kind of playing Rico's game, slowing it down.
He is. I just noticed that. I mean, he's not too far down the field, and he's chewed like 2 minutes off the clock.
Oh, here comes the bump. Here comes Hilliard. Tap. Can he get away from this drone? He does. 40. 30. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. 1st down, Tadeos. And now you got to start thinking about when you can get it, you can get it.
Oh, yeah. He's, like I said, he's just going for the TD here, trying to tie this one up and play it like it is. Oh, nice move.
You know, Rico forced that back inside, and I think Tadeos thought he had an alley in the drone, gobbled them up. And that's those, the drones are no slouches on the Jets. And here comes Fennerty running away from the pack. He's taken down. He neglected to take the touchdown, did not want to leave him time.
You know, considering what happened earlier in the game, that fumble on the 1, I wouldn't have done it in this game, but I understand why he did it to manage the clock.
Yeah, here he goes, Fennerty wasting an extra microsecond and in the end zone, touchdown. So, you know, what are the chances that happened back-to-back? They're pretty low, but before that was a situation where he got tackled. He was trying to score, and then he got a called play, and it just led to that situation. So we got a tie ball game. That's what we want, right?
You never know what Tecmo is going to do to you, though. Could strike you at any moment, in your favor or against you. I've had it happen pretty much every time I play it.
Let's see what Rico does here.
Not
52
every
seconds
game,
here. We'll see if he'll be struck down or if he'll do the striking.
He's going for pass right away. And that line is holding up. Wow. He's got all day to throw. This, oh my. He had a.
That's awful. That is awful. I mean, it's not like O'Brien's in bad or something.
Well, Moore just must have just stopped running his route because he gave him all day and he just didn't. He wasn't there.
He's like, my name is Rob Moore. I don't matter.
Oof. I don't know if I would have thrown that one away. I probably would have taken the sack. He's risking interception to lose the game.
He's going to go to tune here. Gets the JJ. Can he get to the house? Oh, okay, so there he goes.
Divers.
Oh, boy. He could not get away. And Tadeos was rushing in there. So welcome to overtime. We got a tie ball game here. First points equals a victory equals advancement in the playoffs. Ooh.
Skipped overtime.
Well, that's weird. I mean, assuming that once they hit the button, as long as the result is there. But that's I've seen some people hit a button to try to change the result. So anyway, Tadeos is, I believe you can influence that by hitting a button.
I know you could do it on the opening kickoff. I'm not sure about overtime.
If you know the answer, Brewdog, are you there? 2nd down and 4. But these conditions here really favor Tadeos in the situation. Going to be hard to get a stop. Oh, goes for the dive. Now he's got Fennerty. Excellent condition, Fennerty. Look at him go. 56 maximum speed. And taken down past the 50-yard line already in field goal range is Tadeos.
Offensively, I'm not seeing either guy make any mistakes. I mean, these guys are playing pretty flawless Tecmo right now. They're just trying to battle it out on the defensive end.
He is loose. This could be a touchdown. 15, 10, 5. And that is your ball game. Tadeos over Rico 33 and a fun one back and forth. Tadeos ultimately coming all the way back initially from 14 down. Unbelievable.
He dug deep. He dug deep for that one. He was down 14-0. He got that huge end of the half jumping catch for the touchdown. That led to him scoring on the next drive to tie the game. Then it was back and forth. And then there you saw it. He won the toss, or the toss was skipped, and then he won the game pretty easily once he had it, because he had the conditions in his favor with Hilliard and Fennerty up there.
I mean, he's got over 400 yards of offense, over 200 on the ground, almost 200 through the air, and 100% completion percentage with John Forcade. If that is not offensive efficiency, I don't know what is.
Yeah, like I said, both guys, they're offensively, they weren't really making any mistakes. They were taking what the defense was giving them, and they were driving down the field. So it was just an excellent game overall. Both guys played awesome, and one guy had to win, and this time it was Tadeos.
Unfortunately, Rico's 33's tournament is done, and all of you can buy Tadeos a drink for knocking Rico out, because he is a tough seasoned player and not an easy win to any opponent. So, for RSG Tom, this is Troy. Thank you for watching this game. Appreciate you watching this broadcast. We'll have the scores for you leading into next week right after this. Any closing thoughts, Tom?
No, I pretty much gave him. Great game. We'll move on to the next one.
Well, this is the last one. So
we'll move on to next week. And
get
some more playoff action.
Awesome. We'll do it live. Bye.
Yeah.